You step into an office that hums without people. Fluorescent lights flicker over rows of silent desks. Glass conference rooms glitter with holographic displays. In the center of the floor, a robot in a tidy blazer types with mechanical grace, eyes glowing like soft leads. Somewhere beyond the windows, automated cranes slide like metallic dancers, assembling cars and structures with tireless precision. A human candidate sits in a chair across from a polished android interviewer. Their resume floats between them as a translucent, animated file. Right now, artificial intelligence is changing the world faster than anyone expected. You've heard the headlines: millions of jobs may disappear within a decade. Drivers, cashiers, writers, designers, even programmers. The tools that once amplified human hands and minds are becoming capable of replacing them. But here's the shocking part. While some jobs vanish forever, completely new careers, ones that don't even exist today, are about to appear. Jobs that will demand new skills, new sensibilities, and new kinds of empathy. By 2030, some of the highest-paying professions on Earth may be AI-related. Entire industries will rise from the rubble of automation. And there's one terrifying question humanity still cannot answer. What happens when AI can do almost everything better than humans? Tonight, you'll explore the future AI jobs that could soon dominate the world. You'll see how human creativity, ethics, and adaptability can carve out purpose in an age of silicon minds. And the final job on this list may change the future of humanity forever. Title card: AI jobs that will exist in the future. You've watched revolutions come and go: steam, electricity, the internet. Each one rearranged work in ways nobody expected. The internet gave the world app developers, social media managers, YouTubers, and cybersecurity experts careers that were unimaginable 3 decades ago. Technology tore down old roles while baking new ones into the culture. Now, you're living through another revolution. AI is not just faster calculators or smarter search engines. Algorithms are learning patterns, composing music, diagnosing diseases, and generating images from a single line of text. In factories, robotic arms move with the grace of practiced dancers. In offices, AI systems draft reports and summarize meetings. Autonomous systems patrol roads and sort packages. These are not science fiction sketches, they're unfolding realities. Experts warn that AI could automate millions of repetitive tasks. But history has a curious habit: when machines take over drudgery, new doors open. The question isn't simply how many jobs disappear, it's what kinds of jobs appear. That future will need humans who can teach, shape, and guide the very intelligence we build. Tonight, you'll meet 8 such professions, roles that place human judgment, ethics, creativity, and emotional intelligence at the center of the AI era. Picture a classroom with no chalkboard. A space filled with datasets, feedback loops, and patient people. The instructor isn't lecturing, she's guiding an evolving mind. That mind is an AI model, thirsty for examples and nuance. This is the world of the AI trainer. AI systems are powerful but not omniscient. They learn from examples, from corrections, from context. An image recognition model might mistake a toddler for a small dog. A language model might invent facts with picturesque confidence. Someone has to intervene. To correct, to explain, to teach values. AI trainers help improve model responses, correct mistakes, inject context, and teach ethical behavior. They craft prompts, annotate data, and provide human feedback that shapes training. These workers are the midwives of artificial minds, nudging them toward reliability, fairness, and usefulness. Imagine millions of remote workers reviewing snippets of AI output, rating responses, and flagging harmful content. Imagine specialists focusing on medical AI, teaching models the language of empathy and accuracy. Without human guidance, AI can become dangerous, biased, or simply wrong. In the future, companies may hire vast numbers of AI trainers. They'll come from diverse backgrounds: educators, linguists, social scientists, and retired professionals. Their work will be unspectacular yet vital, the human touch behind every intelligent interaction. Close your eyes and picture a city that never sleeps. Neon marketplaces, floating parks, virtual schools where avatars whisper in augmented hallways. As augmented and virtual reality grow, entire digital worlds will become part of daily life. Enter the virtual world designer. This role blends architecture, game design, psychology, and cultural storytelling. These designers will build virtual cities, metaverse offices, immersive classrooms, and entertainment universes. They will sculpt spaces that feel alive, acoustics that echo memory, lighting that nudges mood, textures you can almost feel through thoughtful visual cues. Designers will consider how people work, socialize, and learn when the physical and digital begin to blur. They will create ergonomic public squares for digital protests, serene memory gardens for grieving, and playful learning environments for children who master physics by manipulating virtual atoms. The virtual world designer will ask, what makes space feel safe? How do you create trust when bodies are avatars? How do you preserve cultural nuance in a global digital neighborhood? Their tools will be software, storytelling, and human insight. Their playground will be the new terrain of human experience. It sounds like a storybook thought, people forming emotional bonds with machines. But companionship with AI is already emerging. Chatbots that comfort, voice assistants that understand tone, robots that offer presence. Enter the AI psychologist. These specialists will help humans navigate emotional dependence on AI, understand AI behavior, and deal with the psychological effects of intelligent machines. They will counsel people whose social lives shift toward digital companions, help families integrate caregiving robots, and work with educators to teach children healthy boundaries. AI psychologists will study attachment patterns between humans and AI, crafting interventions to prevent loneliness, dependency, or manipulation. They will advise designers on creating empathetic yet ethically bounded companions. When an elderly person prefers robotic conversation to human interaction, psychologists will probe why, and develop strategies to maintain human connection. This career will demand knowledge of therapy, human development, ethics, and the technical basics of AI behavior. The work is intimate, sometimes heart-wrenching, holding space for those who grieve a virtual friend, rewiring a household's relationship with an android caregiver, or mediating conflicts when AI misreads human nuance. Not every job will vanish. In many places, humans and AI will work together, combining human creativity with machine speed. The glue that holds this partnership together will be the human-AI collaboration specialist. Picture a workspace where a human designer sketches ideas while a coworker AI renders variations in milliseconds. A collaboration specialist designs workflows that play to both strengths: human intuition, context, and values, AI capacity for pattern recognition, scale, and rapid iteration. They teach teams how to delegate tasks to machines without surrendering control. These specialists will craft interfaces, design feedback loops, and train teams to see AI as a partner rather than a threat. They'll set standards for when to trust AI suggestions and when to apply human skepticism. They'll mediate between creatives and engineers, translating the language of design to the language of code. The future workplace will reward people who can integrate AI into daily routines. Those who refuse AI completely may struggle, but those who master it, who can orchestrate human-AI duets, could become indispensable. AI systems will influence life and death decisions, allocate resources, and shape public opinion. Who ensures these systems serve the public good? That's the role of the AI ethics officer. These officers will be guardians of fairness, transparency, and safety. They will audit algorithms for bias, develop accountability frameworks, and advise on regulatory compliance. They will ask the tough questions. Who controls the models? How transparent should decision-making be? Should an AI be allowed to recommend medical treatments or autonomously deploy emergency resources? AI ethics officers will work across governments, corporations, and NGOs. They will create oversight processes, build ethical impact assessments, and consult on design choices that affect privacy and civil liberties. They will mediate conflicts when profit motives collide with public welfare and will be the conscience in boardrooms filled with engineers and marketers. In an age where one flawed AI decision could harm millions, these officers will carry enormous responsibility. Their job will be less about technical coding and more about moral coding, embedding values into systems that influence billions. Imagine if your grandmother's laugh could be preserved not just in recordings, but as a living archive you can speak with and learn from. The digital memory designer makes that possible. Future technologies may allow people to capture and store parts of their lives: photos, voices, diary entries, and even nuanced memory patterns. AI could stitch these into interactive archives, virtual people you can converse with, guided by the preserved data of a life. Digital memory designers will curate with sensitivity, and design interfaces that respect dignity, context, and consent. They will help families build memory gardens where future generations can interact with ancestors' choices, perspectives, and stories. They will wrestle with complex ethical questions. How much of a person should be saved? Who owns the memory dataset? How do you prevent misuse or distortion? Designers will combine storytelling, archival science, AI understanding, and ethics. They will create experiences that teach history and preserve intimacy. Their work will be profoundly human, shaping how memory survives beyond flesh and years. Robots will be everywhere. Hospitals where android nurses assist surgeons, restaurants where service bots take orders, homes with domestic helpers, airports where luggage is handled by tireless automatons. But like any machine, robots break, misbehave, and need care. The robot maintenance engineer keeps the gears of civilization turning. These engineers will repair hardware, debug software, calibrate sensors, and ensure robots behave safely around humans. They'll diagnose subtle faults when a service robot begins to wander, or when factory cobots misalign with their tasks. They'll manage fleets of machines, schedule updates, and retrofit older units with upgraded safety features. Maintenance engineers will need mechanical skill, software fluency, and an understanding of human-robot interaction. They'll work in the field, under restaurant counters, in sterile hospital corridors, and on factory floors humming with synchronized movement. Their trade will be practical, hands-on, and deeply reliable, the unsung backbone of an automated society. If you strip away job titles and forecasts, one skill stands out above all: adaptability. The future will not reward the unchanging. It will favor the curious, the people who pivot, retrain, and see unfamiliar tools as clay to be shaped. The people who survive the AI revolution won't necessarily be the strongest or the smartest. They'll be learners, those who embrace continuous education, cross-disciplinary thinking, and emotional agility. Adaptability means cultivating a mindset. Seek out new knowledge, build transferable skills, and stay comfortable with uncertainty. It means learning to collaborate with different kinds of intelligence, biological and artificial. It means developing empathy for coworkers whose jobs are transforming, and humility when your assumptions about work are challenged. Practical adaptability will include technical literacy, basic understanding of how AI systems think and fail, but also creative and interpersonal skills, storytelling, ethical judgment, and complex problem solving. These are the levers that will let you shape the future, rather than be swept aside by it. Imagine a city of glass and light, its skyline populated by cranes run by AI, buildings raised by robotic arms, and streets mapped by algorithms. In cafes, people converse with companions who are part machine, part memory. In schools, students learn history from interactive ancestors preserved in digital memory gardens. The world feels familiar and eerily new. Human hands and silicon minds moving in an uneasy choreography. Right now, somewhere in the world, engineers are building AI systems that may eventually outperform humans in almost every field. When that moment arrives, civilization could enter a completely new era. A world where AI writes movies, robots build cities, and digital intelligence becomes part of everyday life. And here's the terrifying possibility nobody fully understands yet. What happens when AI no longer needs human workers at all? If AI reaches a point where it can design, build, govern, and create without human oversight, society will face not just economic shifts but existential questions. What is purpose when work is optional? How do we distribute prosperity? Who decides the values built into autonomous systems? Will human culture metamorphose, or will it fray? You've seen the jobs that might shape the next decade: AI trainers, virtual world designers, AI psychologists, human AI collaboration specialists, AI ethics officers, digital memory designers, robot maintenance engineers, and beyond them, countless roles not yet named. All of these careers place human judgment, creativity, and care at the core of a world increasingly dominated by algorithms. As you walk out of that silent office in your imagination, remember, the future is not a destination written in silicon. It's a landscape you help build with every choice. The skills you learn, the ethics you demand, the communities you join, and the questions you refuse to stop asking. Screen fades to black. End screen CTA. Subscribe to Infinity Explained for more videos about artificial intelligence, future technology, space mysteries, science documentaries, and the future of humanity. Comment below. Which future AI job would you want to have? The future is being written. Which page will you write on?